Your medicine and your purpose is not your job, and it is not your career. No matter how many times you change jobs or positions or even relationships with different people, your job, your career, your position, and your relationships are a vehicle for your purpose and for your medicine to be expressed, to be discovered, so you can experience and learn what is needed as well to develop better skills for your purpose and for your medicine. It does not matter if you are a chef or a dance teacher. It doesn't matter what role you are playing. It is still what is within you that is being offered. The Rainbow Children have the medicine of the heart. The heart is the bridge between the earth and the heavens, between things that are split up, right? So you will be able to move along all different colors of the rainbow, or you will, to activate more parts of yourself in different jobs, different positions, different relationships, right? To activate this medicine, to activate this rainbow within you. But you will be able to move throughout wherever you need, when you need, and with who you need when you're called to do that. Your medicine is versatile. It can go in between. So we don't want to hang on too tight to the identity of the role of the position that we're called to or that we're in. We definitely do not want to compare it to other people. And the same with relationships. This is why we do not want to cling on too tight to a person. It is the medicine within and the purpose of that meeting. That is what is really taking place. I'm going to give you an example of what this looks like. There was once a time I was getting a massage from a woman who I had met a few times too through our exchanges. And when she was massaging me, it was probably the third time I met her, I said, "You have dolphin medicine." Very clearly, there are a lot of things that have come together in the times that we have met, that this is your medicine and it's very powerful. And we were talking about the beauty of the dolphin medicine. And she said, "Are you sure that it's not because I'm doing massage therapy for so long, that's why I can do that and have that medicine?" And I said, "Absolutely not. That is your medicine regardless of what you are doing. It is this job that has granted you the opportunity, or that is a vehicle for you to be able to share and express your medicine." It doesn't matter if she went to a different job the next day and completely switched careers, it would still be the same medicine within her that she is offering. Well, in this experience that we were talking about this as well, there was no mistake in the time and the day. This was meant to happen. When she kept working with me, there were different parts of my body that have to do with the dolphin that started vibrating. I don't know if you have ever seen with tuning forks and frequency about them matching, right? If these two were a match and I set this one off and this one was a match, they both would start vibrating together. Now, if this one I set off, but this one was not a match, I could set this off and this one wouldn't really do anything. It would not be able to receive the medicine. So because I have the dolphin medicine and she has the dolphin medicine, she was able to activate that within me, and it also went both ways. I learned a lot about this also in chemistry. This is about balancing the equations. So everybody cannot always be a match, and some will be more of a match than others at different times. And it's really important to understand the timing, because I had met with her before, right? But it was on this particular day and what was going on that made this medicine so powerful. So we can experience different medicine in different people and different jobs at different times, but when it is aligned, when it's a match at the right time, it is much stronger. This was our energy vibrating with one another, right, in this meeting. Now, if I had met her under different circumstances and we still met on that same day, we would still be a match. This is why we do not want to hang on too tight to people and relationships and the other stuff, because the medicine will work and will vibrate until it is meant to. And when it's not meant to work anymore and you don't need that medicine or that job or that person or that relationship or that lesson or experience or activation anymore, you're gonna start vibrating away, and or the other person, now this medicine is complete. So the other thing is I do a lot of work in identity and purpose. So, and with spirit animals, it is in the traits of these. This is one way that we can very easily identify other people. So the thing about spirit animals, just like everything else in this world of duality, is there is a potential light and dark to everything and to everybody. So let's take the medicine of the coyote or the medicine of the elephant. What you need, if it is a vibrational match, even if it is negative, this is why people can come off as really good in our life and come off in a life experience. But somebody can come off as really good and nice and positive, and then eventually things happen because because that lesson is learned, and that's the way it's going to split up in a sense. So now they might not seem like such a great person. This is why we want to be truly authentic and understand the identity of our purpose, and in expression that we are doing that at the core, so we can be a match to the medicine that we more so prefer. But again, just because it's seemingly negative doesn't mean that it's necessarily wrong. The medicine of nature, we do not get to control this frequency and this vibrational match. When I had to try to balance equations in chemistry, there are a lot of different components that can change at different times by adding and deleting. So it really is never going to be perfect other than it happening organically. This frequency happens organically. So even, again, if it seems positive, if that job you do not like, but you know you had no choice but to be in it, for example, this is a match. There's a reason why you're there until that medicine is not needed anymore, and then it will go away and you'll be able to move to your next role. But regardless, just like her medicine, her dolphin medicine, is not only because she does massage because she has dolphin medicine, and that's one. But the more that you can move up and down the rainbow and through the different traits, the more you learn in your jobs, in your relationships, throughout life, the more experience you have, the more roles you will be able to pick up, the more you will be able to move up and down the rainbow. And also through the spirit animals as well. We are always activating one another. But this is also, again, why we do not want to take things too personal. If somebody cannot receive our medicine or hear us, it is because you might be really vibrating at this. This is even people online, right? And then the other person simply doesn't have it. They're not going to be able to hear you. Or sometimes we see the potential in somebody having it, but we do not control somebody else's chemistry, right? So just because we see something doesn't mean that they're there yet, right? So this is why we do not want to try to force our medicine onto people or anything else, because when you are in position and you are really solid and strong in your core frequency, what is for you starts vibrating towards you. So this is how we find one another. This is why we do not want to force our medicine, and this is also why we do not want to get too tied to the position, the place, the person. It is what is working through that place, through that position, and through that person. That is where our purpose is, and that is where we find our medicine.